This is Leicester's Student Sound.
Demon FM.
You are listening to Mead and Cheese on Demon FM, Fridays 7 till 9. I am DJ Mead.
And I am DJ Cheese. So we've got a load of guests in here today, and I think it's only right if we start with our mission statement. So we are here to raise awareness of the beautiful drink mead and to bring this nation great cheeses. And since we started this show, mead is on the rise. Leicester actually has become the mead capital of the UK. This is the most popular radio show about mead and cheese. We are way ahead of anyone else doing a radio show of mead and cheese, and we continue our mission to bring in new meads.
I've just discovered something actually. If you search mead on Google Trends now, it isn't Leicester anymore at the top.
Why is it?
No way.
There's more than 2 places. I've just done it. It's number 7.
Leicester's number 7.
It's Hilperton, which I don't know where it is, number 1. Leighton Buzzard, where my flatmate is from, at number 2. Birstall, number 3. Yeovil, 4. 5 is Orsett. 6 is Ware. 7 is Leicester. 8 is Toddington. 9 is Biggleswade. Yeah, Ware.
Where?
Yep.
Leicester's the only place out of these that I actually know.
9 is Biggleswade. And 10 is Rixmanworth.
So
I haven't heard of most of these places. Like Leicester is made up, as we all know.
As I will correct my former statement, which was correct last week, but obviously since last week, for the great efforts we've done in this show,
you and Corey did go on a road trip. So
yeah, we did go on a road trip, and we have been campaigning for people to drink mead across this nation, and people are listening. That's what I think. I'm quite proud of that.
Okay, we've got our background music set up. So let's have our guests introduce themselves, starting with the DMU Hackers Society guests. Say hello.
Evening, my name is Ollie, and we've got Brandon here as well, and we're DMU Hackers. We're an ethical hacking society at DMU.
So could you explain ethical hacking to me?
Now then, yeah, very tricky one. Hacking is a bit of a coloured word. It's a bit of a potential minefield in that there's lots and lots of interesting interpretations of what hacking can mean. Some people say it's just sort of a technical not necessarily computer science. Maybe it could be mechanical. It could be interpreted in many different ways. But hacking is generally just interacting with systems in an interesting way to produce potentially unexpected results.
Cool. And we have another DMU hacker.
Yes, my name is Brandon, like Ollie said. I'm the chairman of DMU Hackers, final year cybersec student. And yeah, ethical hacking, as Ollie has put at it, is making systems do things in a way they shouldn't be doing them, but for the right reasons. It's for training people to make sure that they can defend against future attacks, because cyber warfare is only going to be on the rise in the next 20 to 30 years.
Yeah, makes sense. So we've got another guest in the studio. Say hello.
Hi, I'm Hugo. I'm back again. Last week, just won't go away.
Just angle your microphone back up to you.
Me?
Yeah, there we go.
I can't angle it.
Yeah, so Hugo, we had you on last week.
You did, I'm glad to be back, thank you.
Very good. So DJ Cheese, what is our mission statement? One more time.
So our mission statement is to raise awareness of the greatest meads in this country. Because mead was once great. Everyone was drinking it in the medieval times, but it is a forgotten gold. So we are bringing it back up again, and we are also bringing some nice plateau of cheeses with that. I can't hear the music. I hope it's good. But so in today's episode we're going to be doing a cheese war, and I feel like so this week we are going to have feta going against mozzarella. So you can vote on our Twitter poll to decide which is best, and we're going to have like a little debate around the studio at some point, see who what likes what. Myself, Corey and Hugo and Jack actually all shared some nice spaghetti, and we tried feta and mozzarella before the show.
Yes, we did, and we will talk about the spaghetti and our great cheese war after a bit of Elton John. So we're going to have some I'm Still Standing, Elton John, coming up next on Demon FM. Mead and Cheese is on Demon FM, Fridays 7 till 9. I'm DJ Mead.
And I am Lord Tom, DJ Cheese. Cheese. Yeah, so how's everyone's day been? Let's start with like some civil conversation. So,
Yeah.
obviously, we all know mead is a medieval drink, and for that matter, Corey, what did you come dressed as today?
I've come dressed as a king. I have my crown, I have my cape, and I think, you know, when we set up the Demon FM House of Lords, this will make a lot more sense.
It definitely will. Now, what I would like to say is, Corey today had something through the post. He had.
Caught some.
I had my lordship come in the post. I have 5 metre square land in the Lake District.
Beautiful.
He has
You
joined
got
us
5
as a
metres.
lord because,
Square.
and partly I think this is because of your great efforts to restore Britain's favourite drink, mead.
I would probably say so, yeah. I think mead is the most important drink in the history of the world. Being the first alcoholic drink, I think we need to raise the awareness up a bit.
I agree.
So let's hear some more from our guest, Ed. What is your opinion on the great mead effort?
The great mead effort. Like all the effort that you've put into doing, like, upping mead. You are the only people doing it. So you know, relatively, you've done amazingly well. As now everyone who's come on the show has drank mead.
Corey the Conqueror.
Exactly, he is the conqueror of the mead land.
I mean, if we're doing statistics, it went from 0 to 6 very quickly. That's a very large growth. Exponential, some might say.
So one of our guests, well, many of our guests have already tried mead, but I would like to hear our new guests. And have you tried mead before, DMU Hackers?
Well, not until a few moments ago. Not that, obviously.
No,
anything
you went outside
untoward.
into the special
Yes.
mead tasting chamber.
I was going to say yes.
Yeah.
But now I do have a little bottle of honey-based. Now then, this is. I'm not sure if it classifies as a mead, but I have a little bottle at home of some. I think it's white wine with honey from Slovakia.
That is interesting because I don't know where would you put that, because it would be a wine, but also honey is what is the fundamental element of mead.
It fully depends on what the base is. Is the base grape or is it honey? If the base is honey, then it's a mead.
See, this is quite a lot like cider.
This is the thing.
Where if the base is apple, it's still a cider, no matter what flavoring's on top.
Exactly.
This is
However,
the thing.
if it's got pear in it, it's perry.
So do you know what the base is? Is the base grape or honey?
This is the thing. Not entirely sure.
Maybe
I'll
it's a
have to go and
mead
double-check.
wine, and that's just what it says on it.
Because I think there's a difference between mead and honeyed wine.
Yeah, but I think also you have the power to declare something mead. Now you've grown this amount of authority. I'm listening to the music now, and I feel like if you said,
This is the most.
I
serious
hereby
this has ever
declare
been.
that drink mead, I feel like you could update the Wikipedia page about that drink, and it would be official.
I actually feel like I'm in Skyrim right now.
Yeah, Hugo, what's your opinion on the great mead effort?
It's underrated, 100%. I can't actually see it right now. It's very underrated. I've only tried it a couple times now, but it's worth the effort, 100%.
Do you think that mead should be sold regularly in pubs like other drinks?
Oh, big time. I was actually gutted when I couldn't find it in Tesco's.
Same. Same.
Tesco's, all the main supermarkets of this country and nation have let us down, really. They're not providing their citizens with their favourite drink.
Should we at Tesco's and Sainsbury's and Morrison's?
Yes.
Yeah.
And, well, Lidl and Aldi. I feel
Can we
like
go for a generally cheaper supermarket?
I say we just write our MPs.
Lidl,
we want
Aldi,
mead
and Asda.
Tesco.
Send me a little letter.
Who's the MP for whatever constituency I live in? I don't actually know.
If everyone in this room could simultaneously write their MP a letter saying we need mead on
Should
our...
we start a petition for
Yeah.
the Houses of Parliament to try
We
and
should
get a
start a
debate
petition.
happening in the Houses of Parliament
Yeah.
across the Commons for a debate on whether or not pubs should legally have to have mead in stock.
Skip the Commons. Do it in the House of Lords.
But
we're not doing this in the Commons. We're doing it in the Lords.
Well, but if we did that, it'd be the House of Lords, but mead and cheese lords. And there's only two of you, and you'd agree on everything.
Exactly. That's why we'll have a very progressive government. But what I would also like to say is, I know a lot of people have been worried because of the crisis what has been going on recently. The mead crisis has affected mead prices. Mead prices on Amazon has gone up by about at least 20%. We went from having mead at $8.99 for the traditional Lyme Bay mead to $14.99. But because of our great efforts on Mead and Cheese, we have battered that price back down to $12.99, and will continue so it restores its price back to this market standards.
I think that's a very important thing to strive for. So after the next song, we will have Jack, our new head of socials at Demon FM. But before that, let's go to some music. Let's have a bit of Beach Boys. Let's have a bit of Kokomo. We are back, Mead and Cheese. I am DJ Mead. DJ Cheese is out of the studio right now, but I am joined by the head of socials of Demon Media. Say hello.
Hello, I'm a real fun party guy. As you can see from my well, you guys can't see, but everyone listening can see from my lovely shirt. That's all I need to know, right?
That's all we need to know. So, what have you got planned for socials coming up in Demon Media? Anything exciting?
Well, I was looking at theme nights. I want people to wear more costumes because I think it's funny, and that's basically it. I just want it to be more fun than what socials have currently been. It's not a slander thing. It's just what it is. I can say
it's
that.
Not
now.
wrong. They haven't been happening, is what they've been.
Well, I mean, yeah, as long as they happen, which is my plan. So that's my low bar to hit. I have to make at least one happen in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait for DJ Mead to decide what mead he wants to buy next.
So I've tried a few different meads this week. We tried the Bullet for My Valentine Waking the Demon mead, which we found out was just the traditional mead with a different branding on it. It's a little bit more expensive because obviously it's got a band name on it. But you know what? If you want to support the band, buy the mead. But if you don't want to support the band and want to save a little bit of money, get the traditional. It's exactly the same, and it's slightly cheaper.
That was my whole opinion, because we tried. You even did that thing where I closed my eyes, you moved the mead around in your hands, you juggled it almost, and I tried them both, and they was exactly the same. Exactly. So if you don't like that band, don't get that mead, but if you do, get it. Exactly.
Hackers, you got an opinion on your favourite style of mead?
Well, I was going to say, we just had a bit of a revelation, didn't we, over the... while we had some music on, that there is... Brandon's just discovered that there is a mead available from Morrison's, which is...
£5 a bottle.
It's £5 a bottle, and it's... I think it was about 8... It wasn't 18, what was it? 13?
13% ABV.
It's... sounds like a pretty standard, pretty solid 70cl bottle there, so it seems to be reasonably available, but like we've said, you know, the cause of mead does need to be developed to actually have market penetration. It's a bit lacking.
So the mead that's available in Morrison's, it's the Harvest Gold mead.
Yeah.
Hold on, there's 3 meads available in Morrison's apparently.
Oh my goodness.
Go on.
I've also, just before we go into this, I've been in Morrison's quite a lot, and I've never seen mead before.
I've never seen it in there.
So have we already moved?
Is this a website exclusive?
There is obviously the one we've just talked about, which is the Harvest Gold mead. There's also the Cornish Blackberry mead, and also the, I can't read the name of it, but again it's another Cornish mead wine blackberry.
One of them is 16.5%, the Cornish one.
Stonking.
And that's £4.50.
Really
What?
Yeah, it's all £6, £5.
See, the thing is, do we now need to go on a trip to Morrison's after this show to check?
You know what, I didn't know I could get mead at £5 a bottle, so now I'm very happy.
I think Morrison staff be confused if 8 people stormed
Okay.
demanding.
Also,
to
you
see
might
mead.
never walk again with £5 bottles.
They'll be more confused
Okay.
about the Lord turning up in the
the
crown and
Harvest-
cape going, I want mead.
Yeah, keep
The
going.
Harvest Gold is £5. The Cornish Blackberry mead is £8.75. But the Brigantine Cornish Mead Wine Blackberry, which probably isn't its proper name, but it's Morrison's website, is £4.50.
Crikey.
And that's 16.5%, but I don't know if they will be selling it in Leicester Morrison's.
Crikey, no. I've been in the Leicester Morrison's. I've been in the Kirkby and Ashfield Morrison's. I cannot find mead anywhere.
It might be new.
It might be new.
Again, Corey,
I hope it's new. Maybe we popularised mead so much that
I
they started
think this is
selling
not
it.
a moment to be frustrated. This is a moment to actually, feel proud. This is a breakthrough. This is a breakthrough on our mission.
I think us popularising mead so much has made Morrison's go, yeah, we should start selling that.
I think
'Cause
we
Mead
should
and
at
Cheese
Morrison's
doing
now
it.
and on Twitter and just say, big up Morrison's.
Yes, exactly.
I think we might run into trouble with the SU for that, but
Hugo, you ever been Morrison's?
What a question, man. Of course I've been Morrison. That's where you get all the good deals.
You ever seen any mead in there?
No, I'm usually looking at other sections.
Oh, maybe that's what
I just want to say at Morrison's they used to do pork ribs, or bacon ribs as they termed it, which were honestly one of the greatest things I've ever eaten.
Ed, I've got a question for you. What's your favourite Paul McCartney album?
What's my favourite Paul? Now we've had this argument, haven't we? And you're not going to agree with me on this argument because the best album by Paul McCartney that he's ever done outside the Beatles is Band on the Run.
And what's your favourite song from that album?
My favourite song, well, is Band on the Run.
What's your other favourite song?
Is it
from
Jet?
that album? It is
There
Jet.
we
That's
go.
what we've got coming up next on Demon FM. A bit of Jet by Paul McCartney and Wings.
Hello.
We are back on Mead and Cheese. I am DJ Mead, joined by
DJ Cheese. I want to officially write a decree where I can change my DJ name. I felt like I just agreed to it too passively. I was like, yeah, sure.
You should pick a cheese.
No, because
Why don't you be DJ of the name of the cheese that wins the Cheese Wars?
I could be.
That could be.
That's actually a fantastic idea.
DJ Cheddar.
Yeah. Oh,
That's controversial.
It's going to be DJ Red Leicester.
Red Leicester.
DJ Brie.
We're gonna have a big
DJ
argument
Brie.
about that when it comes to
Talking about cheeses. So who's everyone backing for the Great Cheese War?
So remind us who's fighting in the Great Cheese War
Feta and
this week.
Mozzarella.
this week.
Yeah.
So who's everyone backing?
I'm going Feta on this
I
one.
think Maddie tried to.
Hardly backing mozzarella.
I am also backing
It's clear for
mozzarella.
me, it's mozzarella.
Mozzarella. I'm actually confused because I was going to say mozzarella earlier, but at our pre-mead session where we had spaghetti bolognese, me and Jack
I'm
discovered.
very into Feta. I feel Feta
Yeah.
was my hard pick, and I will stand by it.
Yeah, and Jack, what did you think? Did you think that the Feta went well hot and cold?
I think it was really great cold. It was better than the mozzarella cold, and I think that it just had to be okay enough hot to kind of win for me. I mean, I like mozzarella, but the Feta, the mozzarella cold. It's just very slimy.
Yeah.
and that's not a great.
Right, mozzarella's not good cold. I will agree with you, but
I think it's good cold, but
Feta doesn't melt, okay? And you want to get that stretchy cheese effect, and mozzarella is the best cheese to use to get that stretchy cheese effect.
You got to look at it what it's for. Like Feta is for salads. Feta's for just eating like a chocolate bar.
Okay,
really.
but when you think of cheese, you think pizza. What goes on a pizza? It's mozzarella.
But
You get that stretchy cheese
I've
effect.
had Feta on
You
a
want to
pizza
have a
and it has
mozzarella
been
pizza.
good.
That is the best cheese out of this week. It's not Red Leicester great. Okay, Red Leicester on a pizza is amazing as well.
Yeah.
But mozzarella, out of these two, it's got to be.
Corey, I think Red Leicester's going to lose
I'll
to
make one
Stilton.
more comment. I feel with ours especially, our mozzarella didn't really melt very fast, so it was basically the same thing. You just kind of slapped on some spaghetti.
I tell you what, we can all debate and deliberate about this, but there's only one lot of people who are going to fight, and that's the British electorate.
It's the
and,
people who rig it.
and the people on Twitter. I'm going to get the poll up on Twitter and see what people are voting for.
You know what? I want to hear from Hugo. Hugo,
We haven't done
you
the poll, I
are
didn't
behind
place the poll.
mozzarella 100%, aren't you?
100%. Definitely. You can't shift me to Feta at all.
And why would you say you're behind mozzarella 100%?
And mozzarella is just better for a wider variety of food.
The environment.
Could I convince
No.
you to Feta if I bribed you with several £100s in cash?
Yes.
You could bribe me to mozzarella with several £100 in
I'm a
cash. I'm
student,
broke.
I'm in the
I'll do
deficit.
Yeah.
I'll do anything.
I'd do it for a tenner.
No.
I would like to update you that mozzarella has 1 vote and has 100% lead in this poll.
Fantastic.
Remember, everyone in this room can vote in the poll on demonfm.co.uk. Demon FM Twitter, but also you listening at home, you can vote. Have your say. This is one of them matters, one of them small matters where your voice counts in this.
Let me put it to you this way: McDonald's does like a fairly wide variety of foods.
Yeah.
Right? They do mozzarella sticks. Can you imagine if mozzarella announced feta sticks?
But they do feta
Their
bites.
stock would just crash.
That is an amazing argument.
But they do feta bites.
You know
they
what?
change the cheese like every other month.
But that's
know
like,
what?
That's like nacho cheese bites, isn't it?
Shouting out
they
to
change the
businesses in
cheese
Leicester.
every month. So like
The
Christmas you've
Bowling
got, like,
Green,
brie.
which is on the DMU campus, by the way.
Well, it's just
If you go to the Bowling Green, get the mozzarella and jalapeno sticks. They are amazing. Okay? That wouldn't be the same if it was feta.
No. I do think mozzarella's versatility and I just think it has the texture advantage as well. I'll be honest, feta
It's the
can be a
stretchy
little.
effect.
we're judging two very different cheeses here. It's almost like this like cheese war wasn't really thought out too great. But I think that we should really be focusing on this as a battle of the Mediterranean. Because mozzarella is very much a southern Italy cheese. It is land of like Mediterranean, land of really great food. And then we have on the other side, we have Greece. So we are pitting like Sicily versus Greece.
I know, and Evan actually wanted us to do this cheese the most. He put it forward to be in a cheese war. So Evan, I hope I hope there's no tears today. If Evan loses. God. Evan is our train correspondent, and I'm assuming he's on a train somewhere because he's not on the show.
So last week on the
send in
show,
a message.
last week on the show we were talking a lot about wrestling and wrestling theme songs. Anyone here like wrestling?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of wrestling.
Can we have your favourite wrestling theme song?
It's got to be Batista's theme song. It's on
Gotta
the
be
gym
Batista.
playlist.
Okay, so next up on Demon FM we are playing I Walk Alone, Batista's theme song from WWE on Demon FM. We are back on Demon FM. I am DJ Mead. DJ Cheese, say hello.
Hello.
You know what? No, I've got it. Hold on, I'm gonna nick the headphones. Tom, each week you should pick a side or you pick the winner of the last week's cheese war, and that is your DJ name.
So what one last year?
So this week it'd be DJ Cheddar, wouldn't it?
DJ Cheddar, but I hate that more than DJ Cheese.
Why don't we just call you Lord Jackson?
Or it could be the
Lord
loser of
cheese.
each week, so it could be DJ Processed.
The cheese representative.
I like
You don't want to be DJ Processed, surely.
DJ Plastic Cheese. That's the
Burger cheese.
burger cheese.
Let's go back to the first ever Mead and Cheese where I brought in the processed squeezy cheese
Oh, hey,
in a bottle.
is that the Elmley branded?
Cheese in a bottle. That's cursed.
We got it from the American shop on the Leicester High Street.
Ah.
Mm.
There is some rather good squeezy cheese that you can get. I think it's Elmley.
I thought it was
Like a
quite
little
nice
tube.
actually.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's probably not that great for you, but ooh, they do a like a herby one. I forget what it's and then I think they do like a prawn cocktail type thing as well. It's very strange, but it's weird guilty pleasure. There's that.
Exactly. Let's shout out our Mead and Cheese social medias. We recently hit 500 likes on our Facebook page.
Yeah. We reached quite a. Again, it's just showing that there is a market. So if you're into money and you're an investor, I don't know, maybe start a mead business. Maybe it's a good time.
Exactly. So, Hugo, you got anything to say about the Mead and Cheese social medias? I know you've been following them quite closely.
Were you impressed by our massive amount of likes?
I was, yeah. Yeah, it's a very good milestone.
Do you think you could get 580 likes in one day?
Is that an insult?
I don't know.
No, I couldn't. You're doing well. There's
Thank you.
quality content out there.
Now, I think we really did have the X factor getting them likes, didn't we?
I think we did, yeah.
So I didn't want to say that. So I was like looking at you funny. 'Cause I was like, do you want me to say that? Or
I don't know. I just wanted to see what happened.
raw panic. That's all that happened.
Yeah. So famously, we had a Facebook page from when we had an X Factor. When one of my friends used to make, I don't know who the performer was, but he was from X Factor, and he started the page up. And obviously, this guy is no longer a singer anymore, so we thought it was only reasonable if we changed this page for this X Factor fan page into the Mead and Cheese fan page. So I would like to say that the majority of Mead and Cheese fans are X Factor fans.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think all of our lights have come through our amazing radio show and our amazing campaign to get Mead and Cheese the most popular thing in the UK. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree.
Jack, have you got anything to say about that?
Or Mead and Cheese. It's clearly going to be the most popular thing ever. It's everyone loves a bit of mead, everyone loves a bit of cheese, or one or the other. And you guys are gonna. I think you guys are all gonna like will it into existence, regardless if anyone likes it or not. You can sort of force it in there.
You know what? I'm glad that Morrison's are taking the lead against all the other supermarkets and saying, look, mead is getting popular again. We are going to sell it. None of the other supermarkets are selling it. So Morrison's, in our Mead and Cheese official opinion, is the best supermarket. Would you agree with that, DJ Cheese?
Yeah, but guys, I think all you supermarkets, you can. Morrison's like
step up.
Yeah, step up. These are Morrison's. You can step up a bit from this. You can do better. But Asda, Aldi, Lidl, Walmart, Tesco, Sainsbury's. I can't think of
Can
any.
you imagine the quality of the M&S mead?
Yeah,
Co-op,
M&S.
where are you at?
Waitrose.
Where are you all at? You know what's happening? Like, get me in touch with your CEOs and let's have a conversation, because there is a market. We gained how many likes was it, Corey, on our Facebook page?
I mean, we've got 500 likes right now, I think, over 500.
540, I think.
Didn't we get like 200 likes in the span of a week?
Something like that. Something ridiculous. Something ridiculous. Like, and again, like, we really do have the X Factor.
We do. We do have the X Factor. You know what? How did you all first hear of mead as a concept?
Through our Facebook page.
You sequestered me in a lecture and said, do you want to come on a radio show called Mead and Cheese? I said, absolutely.
Did Corey bully everyone into this?
I got a message from my secretary going, do you want to be on a radio show called Mead and Cheese?
I would like it noted that I think I might be the only person that just came by choice because I thought this was funny.
This is a great show.
I still chose to be here. I just...
It's like I think I missed the first week because I was in Worcester, but the second week I was just like, nah, I'm coming. This is going to be great.
So basically everyone got bullied into by Corey. That makes sense. That seems right. He just sort of like handed me a glass of mead. I went, drink this, and then I've just sort of been following around, and I just ended up here by accident.
Yeah.
I feel.
I would also like to know, I have checked, nowhere else is selling mead at the moment.
You know, I think I first heard of mead through the video game The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim.
And that's probably the origin, yeah, but I put it out of my mind.
Yes, that's the
until you
origin of
mentioned
mead,
it.
yeah.
Skyrim.
Yeah, mead didn't
I'd
exist
forgotten
before
about it. I thought,
Skyrim.
oh, yeah, mead's not a thing anymore.
Obviously.
And then,
So-
apparently I'm very wrong.
So, you know, I feel like it's only fair to play the Skyrim theme on this show. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree.
Big up Bethesda.
So, next up we've got Dragonborn by Jeremy Soule, the theme for The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. That was Dragonborn by Jeremy Soule, the official theme for The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, which had a re-release this year in the Anniversary Edition. Did it not, everybody?
What was last year? It was November, but it had re-released. A lot of new content was added, and it's incredible. I cannot wait till I finish my degree, because I'm going to spend so much time back in Skyrim. I'm just going to have so much fun.
Great.
I don't know if Skyrim will ever stop being re-released.
At this point, why should they? It's the same as GTA 5. Why re-release? Why make a new game when you just re-release the old one and make more money?
Exactly, that's a very good point. Jack, what is your opinion on the re-releasing of old games?
I think they should all be released on everything. I think you should get, with your new fridge, you should get a copy of Skyrim and GTA just in there immediately. Every kettle, all of them.
I agree. Hugo, you a big Skyrim guy?
I am a big Skyrim guy. It's Bethesda games. I play a lot of them, but I'm big into the Fallout games as well.
Cool.
Playing
So,
all of them at the minute, but just games being re-released, I kind of have a different opinion depending on what it is. Because like, if you take like a TV show or a movie, then I'll probably say no. But a video game, yeah, because I'm looking at all the games I used to play when I was a kid, and they can't play them anymore because the servers are shut down. But there's still a fan base for them.
R.I.P. Penguin. Penguin, yeah.
Penguin,
Yeah, Origami, yeah.
There was a relaunch version of that, they had to shut it down again.
so DJ Cheese, you have something big to tell us.
I've got something to say about Skyrim first. I play it. I used to play it, but I could only play it modded, like, because I was so bad at it. I was terrible. I would always die. So what I did, I modded in like loads of allies to protect me.
Skyrim is so easy to
I had
exploit,
10
though.
bodyguards and a gun.
If you haven't already exploited like infinite like lamb soup or whatever it is, vegetable soups, where it just gives you just HP and everything,
Yeah.
then why are you playing it?
I didn't really play the game. I just walked around and my just allies would kill people for me, and that's how it worked.
So you didn't enjoy Skyrim, you just enjoyed having a tour around Skyrim.
I had it on the Game of Thrones mod as well, so it was all like Game of Thrones to me. Would anyone, now we're talking about games, would anyone like to play 2 Truths and 1 Lie?
I would love to play that.
Yeah, so
I've never played this game sober, so that would be an interesting experience.
So I'm going to tell you, there's going to be a mixture of statements. There's going to be 3, and 2 of them will be true, and 1 will be a lie. You got to pick out if it's a cheesy lie or it's a meaty lie. You got to pick out. I'm just going to go straight into it, you know. So, number 1. Franz Joseph, Emperor of Austria, had a mead tap in his toilet. Corey spent over £40 on mead last week. Or feta is a mixture of goat milk and sheep milk.
So we're trying to find out which one of those is the lie.
Which one's a lie?
I think I know.
So Jack, what do you think is the lie?
I think it is the second one because Corey definitely spent at least 70 on mead.
But if you spent at least 70 on mead, then saying at least 40 on mead still is correct.
That'd be a good point.
It is over. Yeah, it is
Over £40. Is that what you're saying?
Over £40 on mead last week.
So are you still saying that that's true, Jack?
I'm going to have to go with...
And remember, that is last week. It's not this month. It is just last week on one day.
No, I'm gonna sit with a different one. I think I'm gonna go for the first one. I reckon he had a cheese tap instead.
Yeah, you reckon he had a cheese tap? I don't know how that'll work, but that'd be good. Do you think it was a plastic cheese tap?
Yeah.
For like squeeze cheese.
So before we go to our hackers, let's repeat our 3 potential lies and truths.
Okay, so Franz Joseph, Emperor of Austria, had a mead tap in his toilet. Corey spent over £40 of mead last week, and feta cheese is a mixture of goat milk and sheep milk.
I think I'm going to go with the third one. Like, it's like close enough to the truth for I think I might say it's true, but I mean, I would say he spent more than £40 on mead last week. I don't think it's excessive to think that an Emperor of Austria has a mead tap in his bathroom, so I'm going to go for the feta one, even though it's a bit ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm with Brandon on this one. I think it's the feta. I'm not sure if is it exclusively... It's exclusively one or the other, but I couldn't tell you which one.
Yeah. So DMU Hackers, your final answer is...
Hold on, we need to go to Hugo first.
Oh, yeah, Hugo.
I'm on the fence about this one because I believe that feta has goat's milk in it, but the sheep one is a bit... I'm not sure about that. The second one, I believe Corey spent about 40 quid, considering our discussion about the prices earlier. But then the first one, like, would you have it in your toilet? Surely you'd have it in your kitchen or in your living room or something.
This could be the critical element of the first one as well, yeah.
So, DJ Cheese, which one is the lie?
Wait, I need to gather everyone's final...
So we're going with number 3.
You go. So you think the lie's feta is a mixture of goat milk and sheep milk? Okay, so DMU Hackers go for that. What about you, Hugo? What's your final answer?
I'm going to go for the first one's a lie.
Okay, you're going for the first one's a lie, which is Austria-Hungarian Emperor. Jack, what are you saying?
Still the first one.
Still-
I maintain that he has a cheese tap of only processed cheese.
And Ed, do you have any opinions on this?
I go with the first one.
Is a lie?
Yep.
Okay. Ed, Jack, and Hugo, you are right. Franz Joseph, Emperor of Austria, did not have a mead tap in his toilet. But Corey did spend £40 of mead, over £40 of mead last week in wine and whiskey meadery. And feta is a mixture of goat milk and sheep milk. Can you tell us more about that, Corey?
So yeah, feta is a mixture of both goat's milk and sheep milk. Surprisingly, it doesn't have any cow's milk in it, which I was shocked to find out.
I feel like feta is very different. Do we have a call in?
We do have a call in.
We've got a call in the studio,
we have
everyone.
a call in. I'm just going to set the mic.
I'm going to put you on speaker. Hello, Andy.
Hello,
you right?
Andy.
Good evening, how are you all?
We're very good, Andy. How are you?
I'm absolutely fine, it's the weekend, looking forward to it.
It's good to hear from you, Andy. So you are doing the mead along with us, are you not?
I am, it's not, I've opened it, I poured it, it doesn't smell like something I would normally drink, so this will be interesting.
So could you tell us what mead you're drinking this week, Andy?
It's the garden mead with mint.
That's great, and
That's funny because we had that last week.
we did have that last week.
We quite like that.
It's the Lyme Bay Winery is the supplier.
What would you say about the flavour? Is it something you would drink again?
He's not tried it yet.
No, that's it, I haven't tasted it, so I'm trying it with Wensleydale with cranberries.
Wednesday. Oh, that's a very good decision. I feel like that them two will like match quite well together.
Okay, I'm going for it,
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
So yeah, should we go to some music, and then after the music we can hear from Andy about what he thought of the
Interesting.
mead and the
It's
cheese.
not my thing,
Oh,
but it's interesting.
It's interesting.
go on,
It's
Andy.
not disgusting. It's quite pleasant, but it's not what because I'm a whiskey drinker,
Yeah.
so it's completely off my radar. This sort of thing, but interesting, very interesting flavour.
So we had the garden mead last week, didn't we, Tom? And what did you think of it?
Well, I like minty drinks. You see, so that I eat the mint leaves out of mojitos. So
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. But I wouldn't say it's my favourite. I still think the traditional Lyme Bay is my favourite, but I think this could be my second favourite.
I'm probably more down the traditional route of just the traditional honey mead
Yeah.
for me, probably.
Same,
Probably it's the
yeah.
mint that's making it a bit unusual for me.
Yeah, because it does give it like it is a more I think it's a more refined one. It's like it's very specific. We found that with a lot of the flavoured meads, like with the cherry mead. It is like sort of hit or miss on people. Like I didn't particularly like the cherry mead. Corey, you didn't particularly like the chili mead, did you?
The problem with a lot of flavoured meads is that they take away from the overall mead flavour, but I feel like the garden mead adds to it in a way that is quite peculiar. Like it tastes like the mead, the mint plant, which a lot of mint flavoured drinks just taste like artificial, a bit like toothpaste or chewing gum, whereas this one actually manages to capture the plant taste of mint, and it adds to the mead taste so well that I would probably put it as our second place mead.
Yeah, no, I think it is a good second place. I've got a cheese question for you, Andrew. So on today's cheese war, we've got feta versus mozzarella. Which cheese do you think's better?
Well, that's a hard one because they're both amazing. Now, proper buffalo mozzarella and proper feta, they're both up on the podium, both in first place. They're both amazing. So you can't really choose between them. They're totally different, but they're both. One tastes like milk, basically, and is delicious, and the other one has that lovely firm texture. So yeah, I like both. They're both my both favourites. I'm not keen. Halloumi's okay, but feta's better than halloumi.
And just so the audience knows, what's your favourite milk?
Oh, it's got to be unpasteurised, as you know. I drink unpasteurised, but I always have drunk unpasteurised milk. Yes.
Andy, I feel like you're a man of culture just like us on mead and cheese. You like unpasteurised milk, you like your mead, You like your high quality cheeses.
I have Chianti wine with my food, and evening I might have a single malt just to go to bed. So that's it, basically. But the mead's interesting. It's been a long time since I've had mead. I've not had one with mint in, but yeah, very interesting.
What meads have you had before, Andrew?
I've had it's one from Llangollen in Wales.
Oh, Welsh mead.
Yeah, Welsh mead, traditional. It's like a Trappist mead. It was just with plain honey. I've never had it with a flavour. I think I'm a dinosaur at the end of the day. I'd probably just stick with the traditional mead without any flavours, just the honey and the wine.
Yeah,
I think I'd agree with you, Andy, there.
We haven't found a mead I like the option having that with flavours, but I think always for us, we always say each week that the traditional mead with honey, and we've had a few different types just with honey, they always seem to come on top above anything because it just works. It's quite simple.
Now, my favourite honey, if you want to go down this route, is Spanish forest honey.
Beautiful.
Forest
Beautiful.
honey.
Yeah, it's from northern Spain. It's from Asturias, which is the middle bit in northern Spain. You've got Galicia, Asturias, and Cantabria, and it's absolutely stunning. It's really malty. So, if you want to divulge and want to sort of start looking at honeys as well, Spanish forest honey is worth looking at. And also Russian set honey is very nice as well. The white stuff, it's just amazing.
One of our hackers has been nodding in approval. Would you like to say more about the different types of honey?
I have indeed there.
Yes, the honey, and also Polish flower honey is pretty good as well. That's amazing.
Yeah, definitely got to agree with that Spanish forest honey. It's it's something else, isn't it? I think there is a Sainsbury's Taste the Difference Spanish forest honey available. I believe it is rather good.
You should be able to get it from Sainsbury's, I'd imagine. Yeah.
You are listening to Mead and Cheese on Demon FM. I am DJ Mead.
And I am DJ Cheddar.
So I have been talking to my friend Alistair Brown.
One second, Corey, sorry to interrupt you. I would just like to thank Andrew for calling in, who is drinking mint mead, garden mint mead today, and we had a lovely conversation with him, and thank you again for calling into Demon FM. If you would like to call in, please tweet in or call our Demon FM number, which is on the Twitter page. Yes,
massive thank you to Andy. It was very nice to hear from you about your great insight on mead, on cheese, on milk. It was a great thing to have on the show. So, like I said, I've been talking to my good friend Alistair Brown, and he's been commenting on the Great Cheese War. He's been saying, mozzarella 100%, feta is a salad cheese, and mozzarella is a pizza cheese. Pizza is better than salad, so mozzarella, nice and gooey, wins the competition.
Facts and logic. There you go.
That was very moving what he said, wasn't it?
Exactly. He goes on to say 100% feta is alright, but there's other cheeses that can do what feta does, like regular goat cheese. No other cheese goes as well on pizza as mozzarella does. What are your comments on that?
I think I'm just going to respond with Evan's comment, which is feta for the win, and with the Greek flag. He loves the cheese. It's from his home country.
Not biased at all. Hugo, what are your opinions on what my friend Alistair has to say?
What is a traditional margherita pizza made with?
It is made with mozzarella.
Well, there you go then. It's the basis for every single pizza ever made in existence. Pizza comes from Italy. They made it with mozzarella. It's one of the most well-known foods in the world. It's clear. Feta doesn't reach that level.
There you go. Now, hackers, what are your opinion on the mozzarella versus feta debate?
I was agreeing with your young man's tweet when he was up until the point that he said, what did he say? He said something like, what was the end of that tweet?
Feta can be interchangeable like goat's cheese. Yeah. I disagree with that. Like feta is a different level to a salad, and I do agree you can't replace mozzarella on a pizza. Like, can you imagine, if you have a pizza with cheddar or red Leicester, it's gonna be nice, but it's not gonna be as nice if you had mozzarella.
A red Leicester pizza is really good though.
Yeah, but it's not the same. You don't have the same stringiness of the cheese. It's not the same. But horses for courses. You're not always going to want to eat pizzas. And
speak for yourself.
If you're having a salad, feta is. I would say feta is probably the best choice for with a salad. If you're wanting to have a bit more of a distinguished meal, you want to have a fancy starter. Feta, levels that up. Whereas mozzarella, it's really only good in pizza or maybe on a pasta if you can be bothered to actually take the time with it, because it's too cheesy. Then it's just too pull apart.
Ed, what is your opinion on the mozzarella versus feta debate? Do you agree with my friend Alistair? Is pizza better than a salad?
I've never had feta. So there's a bit of a problem here, because I've only actually had mozzarella.
How would you describe it then?
Yeah, imagine mozzarella. No, imagine feta.
Look, the way that in my mind I'm thinking of it as not as two cheeses, I'm now thinking of it as a war between Italy and Greece. And,
I mean, famously we know how that ends.
Yeah, we do actually, and Greece wins.
What I will say about feta for you, Ed, is mozzarella. You can't really take it about with you in your bag, can you? You can't. If the bag pops, there's going to be water all over it, innit? But feta, at least I will say, it fits nicely in with your laptop. It's thin. Yeah, you could put it in your laptop, put it in your pocket, and I don't think it's going to cause that much weirdness. And then you can open it up and eat it like a chocolate
strange
bar.
man on the train that's just there eating like a block of cheese. He's pulled out a pocket, no wrapper. You've just got some processed cheese. No, not processed cheese. You're better than that. You've got some bread that you're toasting on the window ledge of the train.
He does have a point. I will say that he does have a point. You can't carry mozzarella around in your pocket. You shouldn't carry feta around in your pocket. You can't carry mozzarella around in your pocket.
Yeah, if he's doing a bit of work on the train and he's got his laptop out, then he's got a spare USB port. You can stick a bit of feta in there, can't you?
If it's a laptop and he just puts on a particularly intensive game,
Jack,
then he could grill
what is your opinion on the mozzarella versus feta debate?
Well, mine's let's get very close to my face. My personal opinion, I like mozzarella. I think I prefer it in a cooking sense. But if I'm eating them straight, I'm picking feta every time. I think that's my only argument for feta. Is this debate on it together or?
It's just I mean, obviously factual reason, but it's which one do you prefer?
If I'm taking Tom's opinion, if I have to carry this in my pocket just on its own, I'm taking feta because I don't want wet legs from mozzarella.
Yeah, let's all remember this is entirely opinion based.
Yeah.
There is no fact check. There is no we're not checking nutrition value or anything. We're not checking how healthy.
We don't care about the calorie count.
Taste over everything every time.
I have in the past couple of days maybe consumed a block of cheese because I've just been having cheese on my pasta. I might have a cheese-based pizza when I get home.
Which cheese is it? It's mozzarella,
whatever was
right?
cheapest in Asda.
Probably mozzarella, or it's just some guy's leftover dry tea.
Yeah, and then I've been
Probably
having
cheddar, isn't it?
It's probably cheddar, yeah.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's cheap. Come on. And then
It's
I'm
not
probably
actually
gonna have
cheese.
it.
It's just some dried up bread they've sprinkled on top and lied to you.
But I've also been having cheese and ham toasties for breakfast.
Oh,
And with that, you can't just have a little bit of cheese. You gotta have just a ton of cheese. You gotta have it so that it bulges.
It's
my
criminal
controversial
to make a
thing-
toasty and not pile up the cheese
Yeah,
to a point.
you look at it and you think, I'm about to die because of this, but I don't care. I will die happy.
If you're going to make a toasty with cheese, and you better make sure all you can taste is cheese by the end of it.
My controversial thing is I really like processed cheese on a toasty because I just like how it melts. It's such a weird thing.
It is a melty cheese, but it's
somewhat
because
satisfying.
You know what?
Yeah, it's
I
very
actually
satisfying.
like processed cheese. I'm with you on this. Processed cheese is actually underrated. I wouldn't call it the UK's best cheese.
No.
But I would say it's just a good cheese to have.
If I were to have a burger, I'm going to have a slice of processed cheese. I'm not going to have a slice of cheddar because it just melts better if you have the processed cheese.
I think it depends. If I've made the burger myself,
Yeah.
then I'm gonna go all out and just have the there's a place in Worcester, a burger bar that does Worcestershire blue on a burger, and that's amazing.
Yeah, I think that the classic cheeses are very nice if you're having a sort of rustic, a
Yeah.
proper burger. Yeah, you should have a couple of blocks of something crumbly on there. that then
not
melts.
just a slice, a block.
No,
you
Just
want
put a straight block
more,
on top of it.
more cheese than there is patty.
You just want no bread, just two sides, just 2 blocks of cheese. Smashed.
So, DJ Cheese, could you tell us how our poll is going right now?
For For Jack, you're a Feta lover, and I'm sorry that it is not looking likely at this point. We have 10 votes. Mozzarella has a 70% lead in the votes. This is going to be a majority Mozzarella government if it was a real
It reminds me of
election.
every election for the last 6 years.
Super majority.
Super majority. This is going to be probably as big as Boris Johnson's majority in the House of Parliament. So maybe Mozzarella is Boris Johnson's cheese.
Please don't ruin it.
So last week
Maybe
was
it
it
is.
like Tony Blair's majority in 1997, and this week is Boris Johnson's majority in 2019.
Yeah, this is a weird one because every single week each cheese is getting.
Come on, guys, give us a hung parliament of cheese.
Yeah, like we've never had like a close
That's a
one.
very cursed statement.
Well, we've only had 2 so far.
Yeah, but each are being like the Feta's getting swamped. If like now, if you're a Feta fan, if you can hear me out there, come and defend Feta. You're letting
No,
it go.
you've already
voted for Feta.
No, you've got to vote for mozzarella. Pizza is better
I
than
didn't vote
salad.
for Feta. I voted for mozzarella.
Taking this on based on what you can put in food-wise seems unfair on each cheese. I think it should be based on like which cheese would you eat just raw straight away out the packet.
No, you can't just base it on which cheese you would eat on its own.
No,
which
because
cheese
that's
goes better with
ridiculous.
other things.
Yeah, that's
Okay?
ridiculous.
Mozzarella is such a versatile cheese.
I
It
think
goes
you just-
well with everything.
pick
No,
it on what
I
you
disagree
like
with that.
more.
It's really good on pizza. It's good on pasta. I would not have mozzarella in most other things.
I would say feta you can put with a wider variety of dishes, but mozzarella, if you're eating something with mozzarella in, it's the clear winner. Like, you're never going to say no to it.
Jalapeno poppers, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Exactly. Go to the Bowling Green, get yourself a mozzarella and jalapeno stick.
Yeah,
it's
that's the other thing as well. There's mozzarella sticks. There ain't Feta sticks.
Yeah, because there's Feta
Maybe
bites.
there should be.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's just the same thing. It's just deep fried. Obviously, they're not going to make a stick out of it, but
I think what we need to do now is go and try all these things, and then come back tomorrow.
I think what we need to do is go to some music. So, I was talking about my friend Alistair. Me and Alistair are in a band together with his brother Robert Brown. So, our band is called the Nethercots. We have a song coming up next. It is Sutton Sundial, the greatest landmark in the world, by the Nethercots on Demon FM. That was Sutton Sundial, the greatest landmark in the world, by the Nethercots. That is my band with my friend Alistair and Robert. The Sutton Sundial is, of course, the greatest landmark in the world in Sutton in Ashfield. It was the greatest, the largest sundial in Europe. It is no longer, but we think it tells the right time. It might not. We don't know.
I mean, time
Everyone
is
else, how are
relative.
you?
Time is relative, so it doesn't matter if it's the right time. The time is right to you, so.
Exactly. So, DJ Cheese, how do you think the show's gone so far?
I think it's been a lovely debate. I think everyone's been, everyone's put some really good points about cheeses. Everyone enjoyed the game, didn't they? Everyone, not everyone won the game, but everyone enjoyed the game. I think what we could do to improve this game is maybe do another 3 truths and a lie in a minute.
Oh, that'd be a very good idea.
So maybe,
Up the stakes.
yeah. This one might only do for the DMU Hackers.
You're only aiming at the hackers.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna because the last one was a bit trivia. The next one will be more. You're gonna have to guess on character on the next one.
Okay.
So why is this one only aimed at the hackers?
Because the other attendants have done the one before, but I think it's important to bring it back.
So is there a reason the other attendants can't get involved in this one? Is it about hacking in general?
No.
or-
It's about one we did it. We've done it before.
Oh, it's one we've done.
So Jack
before.
can get involved
Okay.
as well.
So is this one you
Jack,
could
you can
read
be a
right
hacker.
now?
Oh man, sure.
Give me a second, and I'll get the facts up. I'll get them up.
Okay. So we are just waiting for DJ Cheese to get his 2 truths and a lie about which one is it this time, mead or cheese?
Whilst we're waiting on that, who do you think is going to be overall winner of the cheese war? Obviously, you can't affect the election, but who do you think is going to be overall
We
winner?
can't affect the election. We can try and suggest what we would want to win, but overall it is down to the British public what they want to win. So
If you don't, you'll just cancel the show permanently.
exactly. I mean, I personally would
Take
like
a
Red
vote.
Leicester to win because that's my favourite cheese.
If it doesn't, you'll quit, right? You're putting your career on it.
I will quit if if Red Leicester doesn't win.
It's in a very hard bracket, Red Leicester. The Stiltons have that's a very big one to come up against.
I wouldn't know. I think Stilton's quite a niche cheese. I think blue cheese in general is quite niche.
I'm not screw that. I feel like there's a lot of fear when it comes to blue cheese, but I think blue cheese is one of those things. Once you get over that hump, just try it. You're going to enjoy it.
I do love.
What is it with
a
blue
bit of
cheese?
Stilton.
Why is it blue?
Mould.
It's mould.
It's mouldy.
Well, yeah,
but it's safe
cheese
to
is
eat.
just a big
mould.
block of mould, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Stilton versus Red Leicester. I think it just wins from just like Red Leicester is a lot like cheddar, and it's just usability.
Is Stilton like too far gone from another cheese? Is that why it's called Blue Stilton? Did it start off as something else and then
It was
slowly
corrupted over several
just turned
years.
to
Yeah.
this mouldy
It
lump
turned
of
to the
thing?
dark side.
Exactly. Like what did it start off as? Do you
I imagine it started
intentionally
off as
make
Red
this lump
Leicester,
of
and then
mould?
it was just eventually.
Yeah,
kind
maybe
of
it just
beaten
started
down.
off as a bit of cheddar that got a bit off.
It was a
And
bit of
it's
cheddar
like,
that
that's
started
really
job
God,
at
nice.
we can
spoons,
look
and
this
now
up.
it's-
Let's look up the history of Stilton. Where does it come from?
I tell you what we need to do. I feel like we need Tom's Two Truths and a Lie. Tom, are you ready for this?
Okay, so are you guys ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Now I want you to look at Corey. I want you. This is as hackers. This is your assessment of his brain and the things he would do. So these are mead related. So number 1, Corey once made his own mead, but poured it down the toilet because it smelt of bleach. Number 2, Corey's first memory of trying mead is trying it. Corey's first memory of trying mead was his family giving it him from a cave. Number 3, very recent one this one is, Corey got an offer by a wine tasting committee in Sutton Ashfield, that's where he's from, but he refused to join them because they did not want to add mead to their top 10 list.
Well, the first one, I'm just going to go through this methodologically, and you can input it as well. You've already told the story to us about the mead into
He's giving
bleach,
your game away.
so we can already know that one's true.
Well, that's it. These DMU hackers are very good, so they've narrowed it down. But
So we've got to.
tricked
We're
you.
already 50-50.
So there's a
Mead
top-
from a cave sounds bizarre, but also like if I were to tell a truth was going to be a lie, I would go for a bizarre, bit of the
Yeah.
story. But also, I could see that he was offered a place in committee for wine and then refused
I
it
think look at him
because he
He
was
was on a
on
very
mead.
high text.
In
Yeah.
his crown and his cape.
What do you think, Ollie?
Oof. I would really want to believe the Sutton Ashfield.
Yes,
I really want to believe that story.
That's the story I believe at least currently.
Yeah, I really want to believe it, but I don't know.
The thing is that if the hero said his first memory with drinking mead was, like a hearty moment with his dad, somewhere.
No, but
I
the
would've been
cave
like,
thing is
that's
exactly the
that's
kind of
too
British
simple.
thing.
That's got to be the lie.
Yeah, I do.
But having it in a cave from his parents,
It
that's
sounds like something that you would do as a day out, as a quirky.
that's how you
British-
get. That's how you get
Yeah.
interested in mead and become DJ Mead. That's your character defining story.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jack? What do you think is the lie or the truths?
I'm pretty sure I know which one it is because I think I've heard this one before. So I will not offer my answer, but I will say I can imagine Corey's family giving him mead as as a young boy. I should just throw him off, and if we get drunk on mead, we'll be able to escape this cave he's locked us in.
I didn't think of that as a dark side of it. I was actually just thought that would have been nice. Now you put a twist on it that his parents are trying to leave him behind.
Okay, so purely to the hackers then, which one do you definitively say is the lie?
The Sutton Ashfield one.
I think the wine committee.
The wine
one.
committee.
I think a wine committee is too great of a thing to turn down, even for something like they won't accept mead.
Do you think I would turn down a Sutton and Ashfield wine committee?
Probably not.
I think so.
No,
based on
not
principle.
for mead reasons.
Well,
He's a
I
very
think he's a man of strong
principled
will.
man
I think,
with his,
yeah.
So would you like to know the answer?
yes.
Yes.
Congratulations, DMU hackers. You got it right. Corey was not offered a role on Sutton
Wow.
Ashfield.
That's their loss.
But he did. His first memory of mead was trying it in a cave with his family.
Not in a cave. the mead came
Yeah, the
from
mead
a
came
cave.
from a cave. That's it.
They squeezed the stone and mead just sort of.
Yeah.
I was going to say, is it just like naturally like stalagmites, but stalactites, but just
That would be my kind of cave.
Dripping from the
Caves
stalactites,
producing
you know?
alcohol without having to be touched by man. Sign me up.
So, speaking of Sutton and Ashfield, we have a message from my friend Alistair. He says, fun fact, the Sutton sundial is unable to show the true time as all the buildings around it block the sun from hitting it properly. What are our opinions on a sundial that cannot be hit by the sun?
well, knock all the other buildings down. There you go. Boom.
It's not a very good sundial, is it?
It's in fact the most.
Just move the sun.
So you don't have to have a specific place for a sundial. A sundial can be anywhere as long as at some point in the day it hits the sun, right?
This is Mead and Cheese on Demon FM. I'm DJ Mead, and we have had another message from my friend Alistair. He says, if your girlfriend loves mead and cheese, plays temporary secretary and the Nethercots, and talks about the Sutton sundial, that's not your girlfriend. That's the best radio show. It's Mead and Cheese.
Do you want to hear a story?
I would love to hear a story.
So I think I've finally done the worst meal I've ever done.
Go on.
So I had. We went out drinking the other day, and as I do, I had some spare potatoes. You know, as you do sometimes. There's only
I don't know why you just looked at me there.
The pocket potatoes, yeah, I'm familiar with this phenomenon.
little tiny ones.
They just show up and you're like, oh, I've got some more of those in my wallet.
Yeah, exactly. And I had
Pulled
some
out
of
the feta
it.
cheese and then the potatoes he had in his pocket, as he does at all times.
And I was overconfident because I made Corey a baked potato. And how was that baked potato, Corey?
Oh, it was absolutely beautiful. It was the best jacket potato I've ever had.
So I tried to repeat this for my guests Jack and Kieran later on.
Yeah.
And I made them baked
The
potatoes.
biggest potato he had was about this big.
The little
Like
potatoes.
that.
They were so small, they weren't jacket potatoes anymore, they were more like waistcoat potatoes, okay? They were so small.
But
I warm from being in his pocket all day with his.
There were
mozzarella.
gilet potatoes.
and I decided to do it with beans. And I put the beans on the heat, and I went off, and then Maddie said, oh, they're going to burn, so she took it off the heat. So I just assumed that the beans were done, and I didn't check them or anything, and I just put cold beans on these potatoes. And Jack and Kieran were eating it for like 10 minutes, saying this is lovely. And then
We lied straight to your face, I'll be honest.
And Kieran was like, oh no, and he's like, bro, it's like, it's fucking cold. So apologies for swearing. But he was like, it's really cold.
Demon FM would like to apologise for the use of profane language. This does not reflect the views of the radio station as a whole.
and these guys, so, and they both ate it.
Oh, I cleared my whole
He
plate.
ate it really fast. Like Jack, Kieran's ended up warming up. I warmed up his beans, and he eventually ate it. But Jack,
I'm too polite of a guest. I just
was like, no, this is lovely. Don't warm it up. I'll have it. I love it.
But that is the most British thing I've ever heard.
It
Like
was the
eating
most-
cold beans on a jack
come on.
potato just because you're too uncomfortable to say something about it.
It was the single. Oh yeah. I
No
finished
one
it.
likes
It was the
cold
single
beans.
driest potato type. The beans somehow made it drier because of how cold they were. They just. it was horrible, all of it. I did get rid of macaroni and cheese after about 4 hours later as like an apology.
Yeah, I sobered up a bit by then. I was like, oh, I've got to make him something nice. So I went something a bit simpler. I went mac and
It
cheese.
was good. It was good. It was less dry and cold. It's exactly what I wanted from a meal.
Yeah,
But-
so... DMU Hackers, you have a two truths and a lie for us.
Yeah, well, they've been quite popular in today's show, and I figured let's test our lovely guests on a bit of cyber knowledge. So I've got 3 statements. There's going to be 1 lie, and there's going to be 2 truths. Same concept, but it's going to be more about mine and Ollie's realm of cyber. So it's not going to be cheesy related, it's not going to be meaty related, it's just going to be about cyber. I'll go around and ask everyone at the end after I've read out the statements what one you think is a lie. Just you get the concept. Alright, so number 1. The weakest part of a computer system is the web browser. So that's your Internet Explorer, that's your Google Chrome, your Firefox, whatever.
I could believe that.
I can believe that too.
Number 2. The biggest cybercrime in 2020 was phishing. So phishing is sending a dodgy link to someone, they put in their details, and then they go off with your details.
I could believe that.
I
too.
don't believe that.
And number 3, Cybercrime reportedly cost the entire world over $1 trillion in 2020. Trillion with a T. So that is 1,000 billion.
So this is two truths and a lie.
That's
Two truths and a lie.
I don't know which one I'd
first
go
one,
to.
I could believe, because the web browser is the one part of your computer you don't have total control over.
Yeah, that's like the
Right.
bit. Yeah, the bit you stick out
you
in it.
literally reaching your hand out into the abyss of the
I was going to say
universe of
something else,
technology.
but
So I could believe that.
You stick it into you can stick it around, and you might get viruses. If you're on your computer, I always feel most at risk when you're on Google if you're for attacks.
I don't know about Google. I feel like Google, the search engine, has pretty good security.
But the thing, what I think, the link one, the phishing one. Do people still do that? Like send you dodgy.
I would
In
say so.
2020
Yeah.
though, we
Definitely.
came across a lot of new information, especially with COVID. There was a lot of new things.
That's a good point.
So it's entirely possible that someone said, "Oh, this is related to this," and
That's
you
a
would have
good
believed it because you're bored, you're at home.
You also forget how many old
Lots of
people
new
are on
information
Facebook.
going about. It's entirely
And
possible.
also, you do. I have I get some links of Amazon things that but you know when they're telling you just to pay something,
Yeah.
and it's like you're tempted to pay them because it's like these.
Tempted. You just love paying things.
Yeah,
That's what I
it's
gather.
like-
The thing is as well, which I will say just to kind of help your decision on this, phishing isn't just emails now as well, it's also text messages, phone calls, Instagram comments, Facebook
That was the
messages.
thing as well, wasn't it? Text messages, people were getting them from Royal Mail and things like
Yeah,
that,
you
saying
get them
because
from
everyone got
Messenger,
everything
don't you?
delivered to home.
So,
Loads of people getting
before
text
we
messages
make a
about that.
definitive decision, Hackers, would you like to give us our options once more?
So, option number 1, the weakest part of a computer system is the web browser. So that is your Google Chrome, your Firefox, your Internet Explorer. Option number 2, the biggest cybercrime in 2020 was phishing. So that is dodgy links, dodgy texts, where they want to gain access to your information. And option number 3, cybercrime reportedly cost the world over $1 trillion in 2020. That's cumulative of all different types of cybercrime.
I could believe it.
Based on how
I
much
believe
stuff
all
was
of them,
online in
is the thing.
2020, I'm inclined to believe the last one. But I'm also saying that I'm not even going to claim I know anything about technology for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I want to say the lie is the last one.
So the lie is the number.
Number. I'm gonna.
I also saw some grins on your face there when I said that last one.
I'm gonna go with number 2. I think phishing. I don't think people fish anymore. No,
I think
they fish still,
phishing's still really common,
but I think there's.
and I do think that the web browser is the weakest part of the system. So I'm going to go with number 3.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to
so
settle for
DJ
3.
Mead is going with number 3.
I'm settling for 3.
Number 3.
I'm gonna go for 2. Ed, you got an opinion on this?
I have no idea. I genuinely have no clue. I'll go 3.
So 3,
I'm gonna be
2.
different and say 1. Just even though I think it's a true.
So
I'm
you're,
just gonna
so
say
you're,
it as
you're
like
going
You're-
for 1.
you're-
One of us will
different.
be right.
You're gonna
Someone
roll the
needs to
dice.
celebrate.
Just some,
Yeah.
This way we can collectively say we got it right.
And if I get it, if I get it wrong, you can all collectively bully me for it. So I think there's either way it's a win.
I could make
Well-
you some cold beans.
Not more cold beans. Can't say no to them.
Yeah, we said bullying, not torture.
So Hackers, which one is the lie?
I can confirm that the lie was number 1. The weakest part of a security system is the human.
Beans tonight, boys.
I feel like I've just been hacked.
So in 2020, the biggest crime was phishing, because with COVID and all the new measures, and everyone was working from home, the amount of different emails people were just signing things in through, because it was unreal. It was cyber criminals, but it was really very close to saying something really wrongly. It was their greatest dream. They're in a sweet shop because they had so much access to things, and over 1 trillion is the estimated cost. Obviously, not all of that's real. That's based off DDoS on a website. They lose estimated business whenever someone gets hit with ransomware. They have to pay a ransom, things like that. But that's the estimated cost for 2020, which is a very scary number.
Wow.
And on that depressing note, I'll hand back to the DJs.
Yeah, so we've got to wrap up in 1 minute, but we would like to close out with some more Nithercots for my friend Alistair and myself, just to plug our own band.
Thank you to all our lovely guests. I hope you will join us on this journey to reclaim mead into every single supermarket.
Yes, exactly. Wherever you go, whether it be a supermarket, a restaurant, a pub, tell them, look, I want mead on this bar. I want mead on sale. If mead is not on sale, I will riot. I will smash up the place.
All the high
This is
street
what we
pubs
want to
are
happen.
selling mead now. That's what I heard on the streets. That and you're not cool if you're not selling mead.
Exactly. So, to close out the show, we've been Mead and Cheese. This is the Nethercots. Take one.